Oh, I'm definitely a long-term investor. I don't get worried about the negative news headlines. Hey, declines happen. I get it. We have heard these lines uttered by the most well-intentioned and intelligent investors time and time again. Perhaps you have even said them yourself. In this video, you can expect me, Joseph Eschleman, the president of Towerpoint Wealth, to outline 3 key ingredients that we believe are crucial to being a successful long-term investor and 7 specific key long-term investing strategies and principles that we believe need to be followed to successfully build and protect your wealth. You do want to build and protect your wealth, don't you? Well, then let's get started. Saying you're a long-term investor is easy. However, behaving like a long-term investor, much more difficult. Throughout history, human behavior, fear and greed specifically, has regularly gotten in the way of consistently following the long-term investing strategies I am about to outline. Or, put differently, as Mike Tyson, the great boxer, said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. When the markets, economy, and politics are relatively normal, investing seems easy. However, when things get crazy, volatile, unbelievable, explosive, unpredictable, turbulent, harrowing, or unsettling, it becomes much more difficult to tolerate, endure, and absorb a major body blow to your nest egg. Watching your money shrink can be a very emotional and traumatizing experience. And while there is no perfect recipe for becoming a successful long-term investor, here at Towerpoint Wealth, we believe doing so all starts with 3 basic ingredients: consistent objectivity, measured behavior, and disciplined thinking and execution. Now, in addition to the inherently emotional nature of money, there are a myriad of uncontrollable variables populating the external environment that we live in that can make it quite difficult to enjoy the benefits of being a long-term investor. The movements of the stock market, the vicissitudes of the US and global economy, the fickle nature of political winds, increases and decreases in interest rates, income taxes, and inflation. Just a few examples of a very lengthy list of items that are out of our control. While it's human nature for us to think or even outright believe that we do have some control over many of these things, the truth is, if we want to be truly a successful long-term investor, we must recognize and accept the things we don't control. At Towerpoint Wealth, we believe that the most successful long-term investors and wealth creators have a somewhat unique capability, a skill even, that allows them to maintain the appropriate perspective and exhibit a high degree of humility and to be laser focused on the bigger picture. Fortunately, this is a skill that can be coached, cultivated, and learned, and is something that we have a relatively high degree of control over. But let's pause and make this more tangible and highlight 7 key long-term investing strategies and principles that at Towerpoint Wealth, we believe are necessary to be successful in long-term investing. 1, be humble, be aware of, and accept the things out of your control. 2, keep your emotions in check and be acutely self-aware of the fear and greed that we may feel when considering our finances and investments, especially during periods of extremes. 3, plan to live a long life, which we actually do have some control over. 4, Einstein was right. The power of compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. 5, volatility should be expected and taken advantage of, not feared and averted. 6, unless you have the unique ability to consistently and accurately predict the future, stay properly invested and diversified regardless of what you may believe is going to happen in the market and in the economy. And 7, have a plan and a strategy and be disciplined in sticking to it regardless of things you don't have control over. Now, in opining about what we believe it takes to be a successful longer-term investor, we would be remiss if we did not directly integrate Warren Buffett's wisdom on this subject. Warren said it best: someone is sitting in the shade today because someone else planted a tree a long time ago. Do you have a plan to properly manage and coordinate all of your financial affairs, and a strategy to be a successful longer-term investor by growing and protecting your wealth and portfolio even during turbulent times? Here at Towerpoint Wealth, and unlike advisors at the major Wall Street firms, we are a fiduciary to you, and we have a legal obligation to act in your best interest 100% of the time. If you have concerns or simply would like to discuss how you can apply the long-term investing strategies and philosophies I've discussed today, we welcome beginning to get to know you and having you get to know us. So let's talk. Message us in the comments section, call us at 916-405-9150, or email us at info@towerpointwealth.com to discuss your circumstances further. Thank you for watching this video.